All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Too Much TV. Today we're talking about the new HBO show Lanterns, season 1, episode 2. We didn't discuss episode 1 last week, so we're going to discuss it a little bit now. And I guess to start with the premise, Jeff, the premise is there are these two superheroes. They're lanterns, right? You're familiar with the Green Lantern, right? There was a terrible Ryan Reynolds movie, 15 years ago?
Yep. Never saw it, but heard it was terrible.
Oh, dude, you just have to see the CG green suit. It's awful. Just look it up. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Remember in Deadpool that he shoots himself before he reads that script? It's very funny. It's very funny.
Yeah.
But this seems to be a bit more of a serious version of that. And I also think it's more, I could be wrong here. I think it's more comic book accurate. Because I do know there is canonically 2 lanterns, and it's the one we're talking about, Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. I think this also ties into the DCEU, like James Gunn. We watched Superman together last year, and I don't know if you saw Supergirl recently. It was terrible. But it seems like the DCEU is kind of struggling a little bit. And I think this is a part of it. And I have a lot to say about why I think this is a part of it. But what did you think of the first episode?
I thought it was interesting. I'm going to be pretty blunt and honest. I wasn't really hooked for the first 30 minutes, maybe plus. I was kind of just watching, trying to figure out what was going on, but I didn't exactly feel, when you watch even with pilot episodes, sometimes you watch a show and you're almost immediately into it, what's going on, trying to figure things out and really getting invested quickly. I didn't really feel that with this, but I will say that it started to grow towards the end, towards the second half of the first episode, and then into episode 2. I started to be more curious. I mean, there's just a lot of different moving pieces right now, and I think that's the point. They're trying to establish a mystery, and we're getting a lot of different pieces of that, and we're just trying to start to figure out how they're connected. Did you feel that?
I completely agree with you. And I mean, talking about pilots, I mean, I know we're the Game of Thrones guys here, but the Game of Thrones pilot is incredible. You're hooked. You're hooked within 4 minutes?
Right. Yeah. That's kind of the thing, is it's tough to compare it.
This has been an hour and a half, and I'm struggling to care. Right. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
However, and it's still, I think it's certainly worth continuing to watch. However, it's got to get going here a little bit. And I will say, I think the standout star of the whole thing is Kyle Chandler as Hal. Just kind of being an asshole. And his character is interesting too, because there's that projection in the first episode where he's much nicer. It makes me wonder what happened for him to be so resistant to this. He almost seems like, I don't know, like the drunk superhero who's just over it.
Yeah.
You ever see Hancock?
Yeah, sure. Will Smith. Yeah, great. Yeah. Very similar vibe. Yeah, where it's kind of just doesn't really give a fuck, and is obviously kind of resenting the idea that he's got to train and mentor this new guy, and it's he doesn't seem like he's into that. Also, doesn't seem like he cares a lot about himself. I don't know. It's interesting the way that the sheriff talks about him, because she's he's lonely. He's not fearless. He's lonely, and he does kind of seem like a broken person that way.
Well, if you look at the second episode, when John goes into his giant mansion, there's nothing in it except for a bed.
Did you notice there's a little lawn chair over in the one room? It's this beautiful, gorgeous house, and then if you look over, there's those fold out chairs that you put on there's one of those in the there's one of those in the room next to, in this glorious house. There's a fold out soccer chair.
Just one of those.
Okay, yeah. What is this dude doing?
The problem with this, man, is I think that they're going to give the backstory behind him, and it's just going to be this like cliche. Oh, the family member died,
You think?
girlfriend, wife, or he made a mistake as the Green Lantern and it caused someone to die. And now he's just kind of reluctantly still doing it. I mean, he even brings the suit back. John brings the suit back. And he's like, why'd you bring the suit? I don't want the suit. Even though I will say the suit does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe you're right.
No, dude, it's not bad. It's just like maybe I need to. I think I need to see him in action in the suit a little bit more. Maybe
a little more superhero actiony stuff. Because right now it looks like a costume.
It kind of looked like a costume when he first put it on, but I also think that might be the point too. Is sort of like, he's putting on the old outfit and like it's kind of taken a second for him to get back into it. It's like he like everything you said is right. It sounds like he's maybe been jaded by something in the past and obviously isn't super into, the traditional, like wear the suit and be the superhero. He's like,
which he might have been at first.
It seemed like, it seemed like he was
jaded towards this.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't really want to do it anymore. But then but he still seems to have some sort of pride around it because he doesn't really seem to want to give it up.
Right.
Like he says, this is mine. This isn't yours. He's like begrudgingly training John because someone told him to.
Yeah. It's a really weird dynamic that at this point, and again, I don't know like the canon that is from the comics, so I don't know what's going to happen, which is probably good.
My knowledge is very thin, Jeff.
Okay.
Like, I don't know much either.
I think it's a weird dynamic that there's one ring, right? Like, at least right now, it's funny that...
Oh, that they don't both have one?
Yeah, they are, the Green Lantern, even if John is being trained, it's like, it's funny that they're sharing the ring, It's kind of like, at some point, does John get his own ring, or is he just going to get the ring? I don't know. It's a weird, like, if he's being mentored, is the plan that he replaces Hal or that he gets his own ring eventually?
He should have like a training wheel ring.
Yeah. Give him like a wooden ring.
Yeah, it's light green. Something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he completely doesn't trust John though at all. And John likewise is the same way. I don't know. I watched the trailer again and of course the trailer always gives you these like juicy parts.
Yeah.
It's like you're not training him to join you. You're training your replacement.
Okay.
So again, I wonder his whole attitude towards this thing. I wonder if that goes against like, the Guardians rules. That Hal's attitude right now kind of sucks.
Right.
And that's why he's being replaced.
Well, you brought up something, the like vision, the hologram version of Hal. I think they call it like a hologram, right? It's funny.
Did they really?
I think didn't. John calls him a hologram. Yeah, dude.
That's okay. I missed that one. That's funny.
Yes. In that hologram version of him, he says like they don't usually do this, right? So this is like a new policy that's been put in, this training program.
The training
is not something
stuff
that they've always done. Yeah, yes, right? So that's not something that they always did. It seems like they've established that now.
Yeah.
And it's really funny. I do like that they showed us John like idolizing Hal in the beginning.
At the beginning? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost like he's been like groomed to be this.
And also he's also facing the same disappointment that like Hal is facing. Like Hal seems to be disappointed in like the concept of the Green Lantern. Now he's been doing it for 20 years. And John is now dealing with the same thing of being disappointed. Like, don't meet your heroes.
Oh, yeah. Like he imagined that this would be some glorious position to be part of the like Green Lantern Guild or whatever they're called. And like now it's like, oh, this isn't great. Like I'm being trained by this like deadbeat lantern. Like what?
Yeah, completely. Can we talk about that intro though, real quick? With the dad, the military dad.
Oh, shooting the apple?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Dude, I don't fucking know. That was intense as shit. I didn't. But that's what I'm saying. Like, was he he was being like groomed for this, like trained for it from a young age?
I think so. And I think I just came up with a small theory here. He says, "Are you afraid?" Right? And then
Right.
Hal says the same thing when he gets the ring. "Are you afraid?"
Right.
Did something scare Hal, and that's why he's losing the ring?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Do
I
you think
like
there's
that idea.
some sort of fear entering where he is now lost
Like
the
unpure.
right?
Yeah. Like not worthy of the lantern.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like Mjolnir for Thor.
Yeah, exactly.
Being
Yeah, that's exactly
unworthy.
what I was thinking of. Yeah. Other fun comments for you. Like just, generally about the Green Lantern universe and the idea behind the figure. I didn't realize they had to charge up the ring like it's a cell phone. Like,
Yeah, dude.
in the
Can
lantern,
you
like
imagine
plug
that
it
shit?
into the lantern.
You gotta bring your like charger everywhere with you.
Well, and it says like ring at 1% power. It's like
Yeah.
like updates.
I gotta admit, of all like the powers and stuff, I don't know. The Green Lantern one, very middle of the road for me.
Yeah, it's one of those really interesting powers because it has such potential to be awesome at moment. There are moments where it's really cool. I loved, you referenced Superman, the Green Lantern in that.
So by the way, that's the third Green Lantern in this universe. That Green Lantern is going to show up in this show.
I figured, since there can be multiple, that we could see crossovers and things like that. I love that version where like he's making stuff come out of the ground. It's like flipping off the
middle fingers to the tanks.
Yeah. Like that scene was fun. I think Green Lantern can be really fun, but it's also very funny watching a show just completely central around the Green Lantern and seeing like the limitations that we're seeing, and it's like, this is really cool at times and it kind of sucks at other times.
I think I know what they're trying to do with this show is I think that they're trying to build a universe the same way Marvel has. Problem is Marvel, I think, has been significantly more successful than DC.
Yeah.
DC has made some really cool things. I mean, the most recent Batman movie was amazing. I thought the Superman movie was a lot of fun.
Superman movie was very fun, yeah.
But so far, the universe hasn't seemed to take off. Like they did a couple in the 2010s. They did Man of Steel. Then they did Batman versus Superman. Then they did the Justice League and Aquaman and all that stuff. But for some reason, those movies seem to fall a little flat compared to like the Avengers. Because the Avengers seemed to be this like cosmic universe that was it seemed to have a lot more semblance to it, and it felt more alive maybe with the sense of history. I don't know, there just seemed to be a bit more in Marvel, and DC has kind of floundered with that. And Marvel also has a bunch of TV shows, and to be fair, I've only watched like one of them, and to be also fair, they're not very good. But with this, I think they're going to try to do something like the Manhunter stuff. Do you know anything about that in the DC universe at all?
Not really, other than like the stuff I've learned from the show.
You've never heard of Martian Manhunter?
I've heard that name. Yeah, I've heard the name. Yeah.
I think that's who this is. I think that's who they're looking for. The problem is Martian Manhunter is like the leader of the Justice League. Like Superman, Batman, he's in charge.
Okay.
But I think this is probably what they're probably doing with this is they're going to set up the whole Justice League thing.
Yeah. Your point about Avengers is like the way that they kind of establish certain characters first and have them be there in their own, the way they did like Iron Man, or Captain America,
Thor.
They have their own standalone movie where you really get invested in the character. And then when they bring the sort of culmination of all of them together, it's like this epic moment when it's like, oh, I know all these people and now they're together and now they're fighting on the same side. It's really cool.
I don't know, man. Like, it's funny. DC did the same thing. Wonder Woman, Superman, Aquaman. Right. They did all of those. Why did that fall flat? And this and Marvel did well. Like I just don't quite honestly, maybe it's the bit of the writing and the directing. I mean, Zack Snyder did Justice League, and like listen, I think Zack Snyder makes very cool looking movies, but they're like puddle deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think you're right. I think that's a big piece of it is like there's just not a ton of depth behind a lot of the DC characters. It feels like it is just very surface level. You don't get the feeling like with I hate to keep comparing this to Marvel, but I think we're going to do it,
I think it's inevitable, man.
It is inevitable. Like with a character like Iron Man, there were so many layers to that character and you felt like you really got to know him over the course of those movies. Even, you know, just even his individual movies. It was like, this was a complicated character that you couldn't quite always figure out. Like he had new angles and things that were introduced and you really enjoyed getting to know the character over the course of those movies. And it feels like DC, it's like they have their title and they have what they are as a hero. And there's just like not always a lot behind that.
Not a lot of growth.
Yeah. Like even a character like Batman that is awesome, that does have layers. When he's in these movies, a lot of times it's like, it's just Batman. Like it's just Batman.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
But I think they're trying to change that a little bit. I mean, the most recent Superman, even within the movie, had quite a nice little character arc where he goes and believing in Krypton being the best. And then by the end, he realizes his parents told him to conquer Earth. He has to like deal with that as on a personal level. So, and the Batman, the one we saw, I don't actually think Robert Pattinson's Batman is in this universe. See, it all gets a little too much here sometimes, but let's just say he is. I don't think he is, but I mean, maybe because then the Penguin too. What's maybe HBO? I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
but Robert Pattinson's Batman is the same thing. He kind of is very angry at the beginning and very, very violent, and he slowly learns and changes throughout that movie. So maybe DC is slowly learning, but I don't know, man. With the hype around Avengers Doomsday, I just don't know if DC can pull it off.
It's going to be interesting. And I think, to be fair to DC,
they're trying.
They're trying. And I definitely am looking at it from the angle of we already went through this process with Marvel, like we were talking about. So it's going to be interesting once you and I watch the full Lantern show. Maybe we watch a few more DC, things that are in the DC world. Maybe we start to get a little bit more invested over time. I mean, we're looking at one after the whole thing is sort of played out and now it's well established. The other, DC has taken some shots at this and now we're seeing another iteration of it. So
I think the issue is though, dude, like the older I get, I like superheroes. Don't get me wrong. I don't like them nearly as much as I used to.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think I'm 33.
We're a changing audience. I mean, we are literally, we've grown up with a lot of this stuff. And
I will say, this is off topic, but I totally love the last Spider-Man movie. So there still is a lot of potential within these movies and TV shows to be very engaging and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think that it's just a little bit harder now for me, at least.
I think so too. We're just, how many times can you get reinvested in a new, story like that?
Yeah, especially and eventually nothing is really ever that new.
Right. That's the problem is like, if you've heard several different versions of the same story, like trying to re-enter another one feels like, okay, like we're doing this again. And yeah. So let's talk about some of the beginning of Lanterns here a little bit more, because I'm interested in your take on a few different characters. We met a few people from the town, right? So this is, what's in Rushville?
Rushville, Nebraska?
Rushville, Nebraska. Yeah, I'm looking. Hold on. I think
they literally, I think, picked middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but we have some what seem to be minor characters who have been introduced in this town. The sheriff we already named.
The lawyer.
Her husband, the lawyer. Funny dynamic there, right?
The lawyer's father, the psycho militiaman.
Yeah, I know their last names are all Macon. He's hold on, I think he's William Macon. and Macon, and then Zoe is his wife. Zoe, the one that John
slept with John.
bangs. Yeah, interesting.
Immediately,
within like 5 minutes.
I will say that was the funniest interaction between Hal and John, and he's like, I think I might have slept with his wife.
Yeah,
and Hal's like, what do you mean you think you did? You either did or you didn't. He's like, I slept with his wife.
Yeah.
And Hal was like, wow, Junior. I'm impressed. And it's so Hal too, because John is expecting like for him to be upset. But that also clearly shows that John has no clue anything about Hal and was raised by that, military man, very strict, very stern. Hal isn't like that at all. Hal's kind of an asshole, but he's not that disciplinarian at all.
Right. Yeah. It is. It's really funny watching their relationship through like the first 2 episodes because that whole business of sending John, to get the lantern and he gets the suit and stuff. He does feel like right now it's like, are you training him or is he kind of an errand boy? Like,
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's also a bit of like humiliation and like, I can do
like
this.
A little hazing.
I am the lantern.
Fetch my things.
Yeah, get it, Squire. So I have a theory. I think one person we've already seen is going to be the Manhunter.
Oh, okay.
I think we've already met them.
Oh.
And I want your guess as to who you think it may be.
Okay. Well, I'm a little hesitant here, and I'll just give you 10 seconds of it. They've said him, right? I'm looking for him like 100 times, like Manhunter. I'm kind of curious if it's going to be a female.
I think it's the sheriff.
Because it's like, we keep saying like, we're going to look for him. We got to find him in 48 hours. Like, and I feel like they're doing it on purpose, where it's like in purposeful misdirection and like shifting your, like, oh yeah, we have to find him. Like, is it William? Is it his son? Like, and then it's gonna be like the sheriff.
I think it is gonna be the sheriff,
Zoe,
or something. Or Zoe. What may happen is like halfway through the season, the Manhunter embodies a character we've met, and then they're gonna subtly change. For a while, I thought it was the lawyer, because the lawyer in the second episode kept telling Hal, "Hey, you can like leave," and it was a little too heavy-handed.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it was him. Or the militiaman with all of his guns and his cowboys.
I think it's, dude, through this conversation, I'm honing in on Zoe. I think my bet is going to be on Zoe, his wife.
Think?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it would be very interesting if John like slept with her off the jump, and she's like very.
She's also not like a white.
Yeah. Person. Yeah, and it would be weird.
Interesting.
It would be funny if like William is like obsessed with finding them, and then it's his wife. Like, so like,
that's a good guess.
I don't know, I like
dude.
That. But I like the sheriff too. I think it's going to be somebody like that.
I think it might be a woman. So I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
I am interested in seeing how that plays out. I think as this goes on, it is picking up steam, by episode 2. It's starting to reel me in. That's what I was trying to say at the beginning. It's starting to reel.
I was definitely interested at the end of episode 1 with that interrogation scene.
Yeah.
I thought that was very, very good.
I think that was when it started to like pull me in. Like when I was saying I wasn't really into it until sort of the end or like the middle and end of that episode 1. That interrogation scene was pretty good. That was pretty good.
What school did Harry Potter go to? What are your thoughts on Barack Hussein Obama?
I love now in the world that we live in where everything, this AI is being integrated into everything. It felt like the alien was like tapped into
AI.
Like, it was like it was answering the way like an AI.
There's some controversy around his.
I loved that answer. This dude that's from the middle of Nebraska.
You're a trucker in the middle of Nebraska, and that's the only thing you can say about Barack Obama.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
It was so poignant, and I thought that was great. And then the reveal that he actually was an alien, and I like the little bubble he made. Like it was like they really have been a little sparing with the powers
Yeah.
with the lantern itself. And I
Yeah.
think they used it a lot in the first episode, and then they didn't really at all in the second one because they had the whole, we need to charge it.
Yeah.
But the explosion, yeah, and then him like hugging the green ball.
Yeah.
It was very good.
That was
I got
pretty
a
cool.
question. I got a question for you though. So when John gets kidnapped by those people and he gets
Anton.
injected in the head, those are aliens, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Big time.
And they're the ones, they were the 4 ones that were shot, part of the group of the 4 that were shot at the football field, right? I think.
I think so. I think that's the idea. And
okay.
It feels like, and that is where I'll compliment the storytelling so far, is that we have sort of different groups like that one. I don't know if his people have like a name that we know yet. But I think that guy.
If they were, I was not paying attention. I did not hear that.
Okay. I know the guy's name is Anton. His group has obviously been through like some extremely traumatic events that he shows John. And so we're kind of in that position where as the audience, we're sitting there going like, who's the bad guy? Like, are we sure we know who like the villain is?
It's a little fun.
Are we the baddies?
I think that is probably the most intriguing part right now is we're not really sure what's what, because right now it seems that, the militiaman is the bad one.
Mm-hmm.
But then he also caught the aliens. But is his benefactor the Manhunter?
Right.
Could then the benefactor be the Manhunter as his wife?
Yeah.
And then there's that other the alien technology too that they did to catch them.
The metal detector. Yeah. That was interesting. And that was like looked very advanced. Like that was alien technology. And it's like, what are you doing with that?
We do have a couple mysteries here. And also the ending of the first episode with Hal in the winter stuck in the football field.
Yeah.
So there are things that are going on, and I wonder if that's the ending. And I do wonder if this is just going to be a 1-season thing, and like Hal dies at the end of this. I'm not sure.
It does feel like they kind of they're almost telling the story in reverse. Or I like what they're doing with the timelines, where it's like, okay, so 2026, like present time, Hal is dead in the football field. I thought he was shot in the head. That's what it looked like to me when, he's got like what looked like a bullet wound in the head or something.
He's already gotten shot, dude.
Well, yeah, he's been shot now. Yeah. But it's interesting that John is like going back to Rushville, and he greets the sheriff like they're old friends and stuff. And he clearly isn't, or it seems like he isn't there anymore. He also looks at, did you think that what he was passing by was like the remains of the ranch or something? It's clearly he's paying attention to something as he's driving. They make a point to like hold the camera on it as he's looking at it as he's driving by, and it looked like it might have been the remains of like a fence, which I thought could have been like the fence from the ranch.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that, or I'll have to watch it again. Okay, interesting.
And so I wonder if like that's like the aftermath of something.
I mean, dude, I guarantee that the climax of this show is going to be something on the ranch.
Yeah. I mean, like everything is kind of pointing towards the ranch right now.
Because, dude, when was the last time you saw a militia in a TV show and they were the good guys? No. Anyone who has a militia is a psychopath. Okay. This guy is cuckoo.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think he's hoarding some alien tech, but then where did he get it?
Yeah.
And then they have Sinestro.
I know
that's
Sinestro.
Another whole thing.
I know Sinestro from playing Injustice.
Yeah, fucking great game, dude. I kicked your ass all the time.
Okay.
Superman was OP in that game, I will admit. It is funny how Hal just flies there. Like, where was that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like a different planet? Did he just fly to a different planet?
I think so. Casually. But he had, he had the suit on. So he was like prepared. I don't know.
You know how hard, you know how hard it would be to fly to a different planet?
I don't,
like
actually.
Mathematically speaking.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, yeah. But we have to put aside those things for these types
Yeah.
of shows.
Yeah. So it's been, I think right now, the show has been fine. I am
Yeah,
going
it's
to
fine.
keep watching, and I want to keep watching,
Mm-hmm.
but it isn't as intriguing as I wanted it to be. And again, I wonder if it's just the superhero thing, man. I wonder if
Yeah.
we kind of already know what's going on in this universe. Like, Superman is in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
who knows?
I'm interested. I'm interested in a few things. I think the bird thing is kind of cool. Like I did,
Oh,
and
where he's really advanced at it or something?
yeah, I kind of, I don't know about you. I kind of clocked that by Hal's reaction when Hal is like, because I thought it was going to be goofy at first. You know, he's thinking about flight, and then like, oh, he creates a bird. Like, oh, moron! No, you didn't fly. You created something that can fly.
That can fly. Yeah.
But Hal obviously has sort of a reaction. If you watch him in the scene, he's like hyper focused on the bird, and he's like, wait, what? Like, you can tell he's trying to play it off, but it's like, wait a second. And
shit,
so
this guy actually might be better at this than me.
Yeah, dude. And the idea that he's doing it without, like, he's keeping it alive without the ring on, like,
Also,
that is
to keep concentration, he got knocked out like 3 times. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
We're just gonna gloss over that, or that's how strong
I think that's how
is.
powerful he is. Yeah, I think that's how powerful he is. If the bird is, you know, he's still connected to the bird. I don't really.
Whatever.
Yeah. Hey. Maybe that is how advanced he is. It's just that the bird can exist. Even when he's comatose.
We'll find out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so. And it's funny that he kills it, whatever you want to call it. He ends the bird, like, you know, and he's like, it's just a bird. And I thought that was a kind of a cool touch too, because it's like, okay, so is this like, does he?
No, I think there's something deeper there.
Yeah,
and I think John is also as much of a mystery as Hal is.
Yeah.
So
I'm intrigued. I'm with you. I think it's fine. I'm intrigued. I'm definitely going to keep watching. I think, you know, for anyone out there who's looking for a new show to watch, I would give this a try because it has been fun. And I actually think this is one of those where, as much as I will say I was kind of lukewarm on it, I think it's going to get better. I actually think I have high hopes for the show.
I think so too. I think problem is that I just wonder if it's going to be one of those things where it takes too long.
Yeah, I hope not. Maybe, but I think I feel like the direction we're going, it's going to start ramping up. Like, because I like that by episode 2, we've gotten to the fact that John may have more power than we thought. Like, John is potentially really advanced, and so we might be getting to that quickly. I hope they will get to that quickly.
They're also really using the ring and its powers very sparingly right now.
Yeah,
it's been we really haven't seen it used to its fullest potential. And I think that is going to be the really cool part, I think.
I agree. They have a lot of like ammo in the tank for showing cool scenes with the ring, because they haven't done a ton. You're right. Like, the little bubble thing is cool, but it's like, I bet they could do some pretty awesome shit with the ring.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. That's all I got, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm interested. I'm interested for sure. This is gonna be a fun one.
All right. Well, next episode is going to be something a little different. We're going to go back to Ted Lasso, and we're going to be talking about episodes 3 and 4, and that will come out this Friday.
Heck yeah.
All right, everybody. This has been Too Much TV, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.